Hi folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. I want to introduce you today to my truly better half, Linda McQuinn, that has been with me for many years, has been by my side in everything that I've done for this area in fishing. And she has some ideas that I really thought would be important for all of you to hear. So Linda, what would you like to talk about today?
Well, I think, John, one of the people I'd like to talk about today is Barb Elliott. And I've dubbed her the Queen of Fizz because her impact on the bass fishing tournament initiative, all of the anglers that participate in bass fishing tournaments, she really has done so very much in promoting fizzing, which is a technique to release air from the bladder of smallmouth bass. But not only that technique, but how that technique and her dedication to preservation of the fish has spread throughout the tournament community. As a case in point, last year we had some anglers who came to participate in the Cash and Rod series at the Meissner intake, and they were helping with the fizzing of bass because we had so many anglers and we had so many fish, and they were doing the fizzing the same way that Barb was. And in fact, they mentioned that they had learned how to do this from her.
Well, I'd like to jump in here and just clarify here.
Sure.
These anglers we're talking about weren't even from our area. They were from Pennsylvania.
That's right.
And to have all these folks from Pennsylvania down there on the dock with us as we were examining the fish that we'd put in tanks that seemed vulnerable to what the fizzing could bring to them. So Barb wasn't here for this, but they'd been trained by Barb at some point, and they jumped in and they helped us with this tournament tremendously. And so this is the impact that somebody like Barb can have in something as important to our area as these bass tournaments have become.
Yes, and of course, with her background as a medical professional, she understands that whole concept of relieving the pressure in the bladder so that the fish can upright themselves and they can then swim away. And that's what we want. We want to preserve our resource of the fishery that is the St. Lawrence River.
You're absolutely right, Linda. This is amazing for me, who is usually doing these reports, to get a chance to listen to somebody as eloquent as what you seem to be.
and not an angler in any way, shape, or form.
Well, anyway, thank you, Linda. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner and Linda McQuinn with the North Country Fishing Report.